Hello and welcome back, our liberty loving real estate mavens and peeps, to our NH Landlord 101 series. Mark Warden with Porcupine Real Estate and Brittany Peng with
Hi,
Lakeview Commercial. Welcome back, Brittany.
thank you so much.
Today we wanted to talk a little bit about licensing. Even though some of us libertarians would like to do away with all occupational licensing, that isn't happening anytime soon. And in New Hampshire and almost every state, to be a real estate, buy and sell real estate for somebody else, you have to be licensed. Everybody's familiar with that. But property management is a little bit different. It can vary from state to state. Sometimes you need a permit, sometimes you need an additional license. Tell us a little bit about what's required in New Hampshire for somebody to be either an amateur or professional property manager.
All right, so our real estate license in the state of New Hampshire covers all real estate brokerage. All right, so that is the execution of contracts, which includes your leases. It is the receipt of monies, which includes rent. So the statute that governs real estate licensees, that's 331A. All right. So the very first thing it says, hey, this does not apply, right? So you can engage in brokerage if you own the property, right? And you're the one managing it. Or if you have an employee that a W-2 employee that you are paying specifically to manage your real property. So if you are trying to contract with someone, you do need to contract with a licensee for it to be a legal property management contract, right? Otherwise, your leases are set to be, default void. A void lease agreement sounds horrible. I just didn't even think about that when we were talking about how this would be a great kind of, did you know this, right? So, going with somebody who's not licensed and they're not your employee and it's not your real property, it could void out all of your lease agreements, right? And you might not have any standing with the court if something were to happen. So
that's a good point. It's also something you want to run by your insurance agent.
Yeah.
I recently filled out the renewal for my E&O, or errors and omissions insurance, which all real estate brokerages have. It's about a 5-page document. And one of the questions they ask you is, are you or any of your agents engaged in property management?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of different liabilities, problems, issues that arise when you're involved in property management that you might not see just doing day-to-day buying and selling brokerage. So it's something that we want our clients and our friends to be aware of, for sure.
Yeah, we are treated much different. So our brokerage is real estate property management, right? That is a huge percentage of what we do. And our insurance does look much different. Our workers' comp looks much different. Our, life insurance, so we have a principal life insurance policy on our principal broker. We just have different things because ultimately our business does rely on the property management side of it. And so our business insurance looks different. Our workers' comp insurance looks different. And our strategies for, longevity look different in regards to protecting the business.
This is all good information because even though we want our clients and friends to use their best judgment, we also, it's our duty as professionals to give them advice and counsel on helping to avoid liability, avoid getting sued, and do the right thing. We want our friends to always take the high road and do things right.
Yeah, and one of the great things we talked about at the beginning, you said, hey, we do require licenses. So there's no special professional certification that's required to be a property manager, but you do, if you're not an owner or an employee of an owner and their real property, we have license reciprocity now in the state of New Hampshire. That just got passed. So if you are licensed in other states, the Office of Professional Licensing and Certifications, what is it? OPLC.
Yeah.
OPLC. It's not just real estate, but it's your electricians and your gas, your plumbing fitters, your lead risk assessors. Now that we have more reciprocity and it is becoming the rule of the law, it could alleviate some of that scared, well, I have a friend that's in Massachusetts and they're maybe want to help me. That reciprocity could assist in removing some of that liability as well. But again, that would have to be with the OPLC. That person's still going to have to register.
Well, that's great information. Thank you for sharing with the viewers. I guess the takeaway is, yes, you can manage your own property, but if you're going to have somebody else do it, make sure they're insured, make sure they're licensed, do it right to protect yourself. We have more of these Landlord 101 series videos up online. You can go to our YouTube channel at tinyurl.com/NHlandlord101.
Yeah, we want some suggestions. We're just coming up with these off the top of our head. I really want to hear what do you want to hear about from a Liberty landlord perspective?
Absolutely. And we're here to answer those questions for you individually, privately, at any time, or for your comments below. Brittany, again, great to see you as always. Thanks for your time, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.